right now you are probably sitting in your boring house in a city you don't like, a country you want to move away from, and really just a place you don't enjoy living. And that's why in 2024, every single person on earth wants to become a digital nomad. But a lot of people are lost, probably like yourself. You don't know how to actually make money online. And becoming a digital nomad is actually a lot easier than you think. And it allows you to travel the world, to live literally wherever you want, and still make fantastic money in the process. And it's how I went from a Hooters cook to living in Bangkok, Thailand in less than 6 months, making 6 figures per year. And so in this video, I'm going to explain exactly how you can do the same. So first step, when becoming a digital nomad, you have to understand that a lot of these digital nomad jobs and careers, it's not like normal jobs and careers. Normal jobs, you get paid for the hours that you put in, going into the office and doing the tasks that you are given. But with becoming a digital nomad, it's a lot more like being an entrepreneur, even if you work with a company and for somebody else. So that's the first thing you understand, is that when you become a digital nomad, there's a lot more freedom. You're not like spending your time for your hours, or you're not spending your hours in exchange for money. It's more all based off of performance. And that is why these companies don't really care where you live, where you go, because they pay you based on how much money you make them. And so essentially, you have to be willing and you have to be okay with that, and you have to be willing to actually put in the work, because when becoming a digital nomad, it's a lot more like mentally difficult than just like going to your 9-to-5 job. And that's why a lot of people aren't successful with it, because there are different things that you actually have to understand, and you have to learn a valuable skill. And that's the next thing, is like actually learning a skill that you can monetize. Because becoming a digital nomad, you have to have a skill that you can actually use to make a lot of money online with. And with a normal 9-to-5 job, a lot of these places, you don't need that many valuable skills. They'll just teach you whatever they need you to get done. But with being a digital nomad, you have to make businesses a lot of money, and you're kind of more like a freelancer. You kind of have your own business type thing depending on what you do. But that's just like the first thing to understand, is like you have to be willing to like take the risk and actually make the jump into becoming a digital nomad, because you're not just going to like get a job tomorrow and start making money online, right? You have to learn a valuable skill. And the best skills online right now, and the easiest way to get to $10,000 a month as a digital nomad super fast in the next few months, in my opinion, is just by honing in on one skill rather than building an entire business. Because you can absolutely become a digital nomad by building an entire business like e-commerce, that sort of thing, but it's going to take you way longer. And you might become a digital nomad. You might have the freedom and have the financial abundance to start traveling the world doing what you want, maybe in a few years, right? But when you pick one skill, for example, remote sales, so remote high ticket sales, that is how I've made all my money. And you get paid based off of performance, and you make commissions based off what you actually sell. And so that's what I've done. That's how I make multiple 6 figures per year at this point. And it literally just took me a couple months to start making money. But once I started making money, it was like 6 figures per year pretty much immediately. And then I moved straight to Thailand. First month I was here, I made $8,000, and I'll never go back to working a 9-to-5 ever again. So for you right now, the easiest path is just picking one skill. And the different skills online, there's tons of them, but the most valuable are sales. Like, that is the most valuable skill in the world that has ever existed. It will always be super valuable, and I'll break down how you can actually get into sales online in a second. There's also video editing, which is also very valuable. You can easily make $10,000 a month. You can learn the skill very fast. Copywriting is also a really good one. Web design, these are just a few. And so once you learn these skills, you could actually start monetizing them to business owners online, which is kind of the second part. So the first part is by learning one of these skills And if you want to just fast track it, you're just sick and tired of not having a blueprint, literally just find someone that's already doing it to teach you how to do it. They'll teach you exactly the skill, how to actually do it, and they'll teach you how to actually find clients, which is the second part. And if you guys want to learn sales from me, you want to get into remote high ticket sales, and you're also ready to like take action, you're not like a baby, you're ready to go, and you're actually committed to making this work, traveling the world, check out the link below. I only work with super serious people, but yeah, just check that out. It'll explain how, and make sure you guys subscribe. But the second part is actually finding a client that will pay you for this skill, which is a whole nother thing, but it's actually very simple. And once you have a client, for example, with remote sales, all you need is one client to make 6 figures per year. So I only have one client I make 6 figures per year with, just because it's a super good client, and they fill my calendar up with warm leads that are ready to buy. I just have to obviously answer the questions they have, make sure they're confident in the product or the service, and then I get them going and collect the money, and then I make 10 to 15% of the program or service, and usually it's like 5 to 10K, depending on like the package. So usually I make $500 to $1,000 for every call, and I do that about 4 to 6 times per day. And in my opinion, that is the easiest way to become a digital nomad in 2024, because sales is super easy to learn. All you need is basic sales skills, and it's fairly easy to land a remote sales job as long as you have a half decent work ethic. And so if you want to actually get into remote sales, I've never landed clients when it comes to like video editing, because I've never done it, copywriting, all of those things. But it's very similar. You just need to start outreaching to business owners. You might have to do some free work for them, get some testimonials. And after a couple months, you can actually start charging a lot of money. But either way, you're going to have to learn sales. So you might as well just learn sales, because either way, you're going to have to learn it. When it comes to like copywriting, you're still going to have to sell a client to actually hire you. And that's the thing about becoming a digital nomad, is it's a bit more difficult than just working a regular 9 to 5, which is why it has all these benefits and why, not a lot of people can actually do it. But if you have someone teach you, it's way, way easier. And so when it comes to actually landing a remote sales client, there's a few different ways you can go about this, but essentially at the core of it, you're reaching out to business owners in the online education industry, which is huge. It's absolutely booming right now. There's so much money flooding in, which is why there's so much opportunity for new people to come in and make a lot. So what you're doing at the core is reaching out to business owners. You're seeing if they need sales reps, and then you're basically just selling yourself to allow them to give you a chance, right? And then from there, if you have basic sales skills, you have a good work ethic, you can absolutely start making good money, and they're not going to regret bringing you onto the team and obviously paying you for the business that you help them actually achieve. So at the core of it, it's reaching out to business owners. I teach my students a few different methods as far as like email outreach through YouTube. So literally reaching out to YouTube influencers that have a high ticket program or high ticket service that need people to sell it for them, because obviously they don't have time, like these big influencers, they don't have time to speak to hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and even thousands of people that want to buy whatever they're offering, right? So they need sales reps to come in and like be that middleman almost. So that's the first thing, is reaching out to those guys. And in my program, the Closer Launchpad, I teach my students exactly how to get a hold of them. But there's also LinkedIn, and with LinkedIn, there's job postings. So you're actually reaching out directly to the like sales managers, the recruiters of these jobs. And if you just like apply and send your resume in like most people, you are not going to ever get the job, because as a sales rep, you need to show that you can actually stand out and look like a professional. So that's also something I help my students with, is standing out, looking like a professional, so you can actually get your foot in the door. So that's another way. LinkedIn, you just have to go the extra mile. You have to send extra messages, send a personal video, follow up, all those sorts of things. And then the third one is networking. And networking is crucial, especially in the online space. If you have a super solid network, you can make tons of money, and you never really have to worry about an online income ever again. And so obviously when you come into Closer Launchpad, which is my program, my mentorship, and my private community. You get access and you can tap into my network. And through doing this over the past year, I've built up a super good network. But I'll also teach you, and what's also important is networking on your own. So meeting other, setters and closers in the remote sales space. So other sales reps, networking with them, networking with business owners, networking with literally everyone in the online space, like online income, because so many opportunities come through that way. And it goes back to why sales is the most valuable skill, because every single person in the online income world, every single person needs sales skills, and that's how the entire industry makes money, is sales, right? The whole industry wouldn't exist. The entire world economy wouldn't exist without sales. And so if you have this skill and you know how to monetize it online, there's always going to be somebody that needs you. And that is the beautiful part. And that's why I think that is the easiest way to become a digital nomad in 2024. Make sure you subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.